Okay, so today I've got a Savox servo, as I was finding the emax servo that I bought not as responsive as I was hoping. And on the spiral, for any of you that have seen my course, the spiral part of my course now, sometimes the steering just isn't strong enough coming down that. It gets jammed up when all the weight's on the front. You almost can't turn the wheels. So either my emax servo was not a real one and therefore it's not as good, or it just isn't up to the job. So I'm going to try and fit this, and then I'm going to probably film at some point, film it with the emax, or use one of the videos that I've got and then do it again with the Savox and see what the difference is. So as some sort of strange test, I suppose, I've got a rubber mat under the front wheels, which is on a slidey surface, and the rear wheels are on a grippier section, as you can see. And if I turn the wheel, I have no real issues turning it here, but then there's no load on it. So if I lift the wheels up at the back, it's still really good, and that's the emax. So it must be really under load and gripping onto the wood when it doesn't work. Okay. So as you can see, I've got the emax under here fitted, and I've got the cabling wired around, and I'm going to remove all of that and I'm going to swap it out and try it for the Savox, and we'll see how good it is. Okay, so 2 screws and a bit of unwinding. That's the emax out. So I'm assuming you can just about see that. As far as I know, it's a genuine one, but like I say, there's lots of them that aren't, so we'll see how it performs against the other one. If I can get this out of the packet, a good start. There it is, decent length of wire on it. It looks good, so fingers crossed it's going to be perfect. And there's a whole number of sort of steering horn options depending on what you want, so I might have to cut one of these if they haven't got a straight one, or I might just use the one that I had on the emax if it fits. The one thing I have noticed is that the Savox is shorter from here to here, so there's less projection out the front compared to the emax, so we'll have a see how that fits as well. Okay, so that's all fitted. It didn't take long, it went back in the same as the other one, in the standard tray, but out a little bit with longer screws, so pretty straightforward. So it works. What I have noticed is that it's got this weird kind of like a buzzing noise, which you can adjust on the steering trim to when you zero it, it's off, and obviously then when you steer, I don't know if you can hear this, but I'll do it. It sort of buzzes for a few seconds afterwards, and I'm guessing that's nothing wrong with it, it's just how it sounds. Just the emaxes were really quiet, so we'll see how it goes, and I'm just going to do a quick zoom out and see how powerful it is compared to the emax, if that's a fair assessment. Right, so there's the mat, and I'll do some steering quickly. So again, it has no issue steering. It is moving the mat less, but that could just be the contact between the tyres. So I'm going to try it out on the course, and then we'll see what happens.